Hey guys, this is Odd One Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. In today's video, I'm going to show you a team for the Fortress of Apolleia, right? The current dungeon origin of Apolleia, the current dungeon that's going on for an event right now. And the team's not going to be one with the usual culprits, as in I'm not going to be using Nika, I'm not going to be using Gillian. I'm trying to do a little bit of a different team. No Sergius, obviously, because he was nerfed. So ever since we had the Sergius nerf, lots of the teams changed. I used to have Sergius in here and whatnot. He might still work, you know what, he might still work, but I said, you know what, let me try something different. So I came up with a different type of a team that hopefully should help a lot of you out there to do it. Now, before I jump into it, I just want to mention there's a link in the description and pinned comment of this video that you can click to support me as a content creator. By doing that, every time you do decide to spend, which I never encourage people to spend as I'm fully free to play myself, but if you do decide to spend, I get 4% off of what you spent on. Also, I have a coupon going on right now, part of the same program, right? If you're a supporter, I can send you a coupon, and that has special summons and stamina, and pretty much there's at least 2 coupons every single month, so make sure to support me because it's a win-win situation. Now, let's have a look at the team that I'm actually using for this fight. So the team is actually a pretty fun one, and it kind of requires only 3 fully built heroes, right? And that's gonna be a team using Brennan, then I'm using Morgan with the Storm Relic, Brennan obviously his base Storm Relic, then Iwerit as my damage dealer, which, you know what, it doesn't necessarily need to be Iwerit. I'm gonna try it after. I'm quite sure it's gonna work with, what's his name, Bedivere as well, or any other good either Frost or Storm DPS, and then I'm actually using, what's her name over here, Guinevere. Now, the reason I'm using Guinevere is only for her passive, right? I just want her to survive to the boss and bring this passive, the Romantic Reversal, so we do have, what it's called, let me see, is it this one? No, it's not this one, is it? Yeah, so it's because of the abnormal status immunity, right? This is what it brings us abnormal status immunity, which means the boss cannot control us, but also brings us some damage mitigation with the damage taken decrease, right? We take 12% less damage. So this team is pretty straightforward, right? I have Brennan only using the second skill to be able to put some more shields on us. Then I have Morgan using the second skill in the Storm Relic as well, which is going to bring us the defense penalty. Also from the passive, the damage they can increase. And then Guinevere, she only uses the first skill, right? She's only in here, like I said, for her passive. But then when she does use her first skill, that does help us to stay alive. Now you saw that we did take a hit. However, luckily, we have Brennan in there, which brings us that, what's it called? He brings us that shield to keep us alive. That's good to go. Also, at least from the wave part, my Iwerit is going to be healing up every time she kills something because of the Strife set. So that's just fine. You see, boom, there we go. Fully healed. So now we're on to the boss part. Obviously, the way the team is working is I'm targeting straight up the boss, going in for the kill. Then it does help, right, when Guinevere does have, if you have a little bit of effect accuracy on her, that's going to be massive because she does land that damage dealt decrease, right? So she can actually be pretty useful. She's going to be the only one that can take, obviously, those abnormal statuses, as she does not place that on herself. However, that's not going to be an issue unless she does that. But most of the time, she should be fine. If she dies, it's okay because the passive still stays there, right? So we still have that passive. We should still be okay with killing the boss without having any issues. And you know what? It's not the fastest fight because obviously it's the, it's not the most ideal setup, but it works just fine, right? This 4 minute that you see here at the top is actually 1 minute and like 20 seconds because obviously the time goes 3 times as fast since we are on 3 times speed, but pretty straightforward. One more hit from, you see, we actually survived a bit hit because of Guinevere's passive. So that helped just fine, but you saw it's a pretty good and pretty straightforward fight. Now, I guess, you know what, just for the sake of testing, let's try the same thing, but let me try and bring Bedivere in there in the same team. And I'm still gonna keep Brennan with the Storm Relic. Let me see, I haven't looked at Bedivere. Okay, he still has the same build, not the best, but not the worst, but let's try this team out as well, and then afterwards, I'm gonna show you the builds that I have on them. But I feel like maybe with Bedivere it might work even better because Iwerit shines a bit more when you do have what's her name, Nika in the same team, because Nika brings those extra buffs, right? But even without that, hopefully she doesn't die. I should have my Bedivere kill them off, but again, she just needs to survive till the boss part. But Bedivere works better as a standalone nuker compared to Iwerit, right? Like I said, Iwerit benefits more from being in a team with Nika that brings extra buffs for a Serpent team. But you're gonna see this should be pretty fine. Like I said, look at Bedivere's damage. He just claps a lot harder than an Iwerit does, like I said, without Nika, right? It's like he does just another skill 2 on this boss, and that should be GG, right? Like unless you know, actually it should be skill 2 with passive, but I think just doing the second skill almost dead. Yeah, one more, right? One more, and then the boss should be dead. Again, we should be still fine. We still have that damage taken decrease, damage dealt decrease placed by Guinevere. Now just Bedivere's last second skill, and there we go. A lot faster, right? This is a minute run. This is a minute run. I think this is the best one that I actually had, right? Because before I kind of used the Red Nika. This is an old time before we had the 3 times speed, but it's pretty straightforward. Now let's have a look at the builds that I have on these people. So first of all, Bedivere fully skilled up, but you need the first and second skill skilled up, then fully skilled up on his relic, it's maxed. Equipment, he's running attack, critical, and strife. My gear is, trust me, not the best. This is the same gear that I had in Bedivere like 2 months ago, and he's still running the same thing. He has 4.8k attack, 126 attack speed. I don't really care about his attack speed. 58% crit rate, 60 is kind of like the cap. You don't want more because he puts on himself the crit rate increase. And then he has 76% crit rate. Then he does have 28% hit accuracy and 14% pierce, because you obviously do not want to miss your hits. Next one, we have Morgan. She's running vigor and accuracy. Her total stats are gonna be 260 to attack speed, over 100% effect accuracy, and that's all you care about on Morgan, right? She's just in there to do debuffs. Now, after that, if you complement it with survivability or with damage, doesn't really matter. It's gonna help either way. When it comes to Storm Relic, I have the second skill maxed up. That's the only one that I cared about. The Relic is obviously fully skilled up and awakened. And then Morgan is also fully skilled up on the passive, but you mostly care about the third one. But you know what? You're gonna max out the passives for Morgan because you 100% want that. And then she is Chivalry 8, but you only need Chivalry 3, right? Chivalry 3 for her to enable this Squall of Thorns, which defense decrease and damage taken increase, is landed. You only need this to Chivalry 3 so that you can land it on the second skill, otherwise it only lands on the first one. Okay, next one, Brennan, fully skilled up at the passive, fully skilled up with the Storm Relic. He's running just a Vigor set. He's pretty much just some survivability, he's a little bit of everything, right? Some attack speed, some crit rate, some effect accuracy. He's mostly in there for his passive and the shields, right? He's just in there to put that barrier on us so we don't take damage, so we don't get killed that fast on the waves or at the boss part, and that's about it, right? That's all you care about for him. And then Relic, like I said, I'm actually using the Storm one for this fight because that's the strong one. Then next one, Guinevere, she's not even 6-star, right? She's level 50, 3-star awakened. Passive's maxed out, but you mostly care about this one. You want the first passive to be maxed, so you have 50 turns of the Romantic Reversal placed. No skill ups on her relics. It's just level 40 as a relic, so I just gave her a little bit of gear so she doesn't die on the waves, right? And the gear she has is Vigor and Critical. I even forgot to put stuff like this. You just want to keep her alive. HP and defense. If you do manage to squeeze some effect accuracy, which, you know what, let me just see if I have a random effect accuracy belt that I can put on her. I'm just gonna do it, because if it's gonna help a bit, why not? You know, why not? And maybe you could even go with attack speed on the what's it called, on the orb for her. But honestly, I've not built Guinevere yet, because I've not personally used her apart from just her passive. She can be useful, of course, for like arena and stuff like that in tanky teams, but I didn't really need it. And then I guess the last one, which I used initially, was Iwerit, fully skilled up on the passive, fully skilled up on the, I think both the relics, yeah, fully skilled up on the Frost relic and fully leveled up. And then her level is, oh my god, I'm even missing a piece of gear. No wonder she wasn't hitting as hard. Okay, it makes sense now, but let's look at the build like this. So 5k attack, 45% crit rate, 78% crit damage. She doesn't have any hit accuracy, and then 70% pierce. Now, the reason why I have my Iwerit build like this and not care about hit accuracy is because all the time or anywhere in the game where I use Iwerit, I always use with Nika, and obviously what Nika brings is she puts that hit accuracy increase every time she does her third skill, which she spams all the time. But all in all, you know what? It still worked. I just need to rebuild this, but you kind of get the gist, right? It's not that difficult to do. It's not the easiest, it's not the hardest, but you just need to find the right team, and pretty much having somebody like a Guinevere or a Gillian instead as a healer, and you know, somebody that removes abnormal status can help so that boss doesn't put brainwash on us, confusion, whatever other abnormal status he places. But we're gonna leave it at this for today. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel to see when I upload next. Support me as a content creator using the link in the description or pinned comment of this video, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, take care, run. Bye, guys.
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.